Hey everybody. What does freedom mean to you? How do you get freedom? How are you creating freedom for yourself right now? Is this something that's a value for you? So it's a super, super, super high value for me. And I just woke up from a nap and I was thinking about how everything that I do in my life and the way that I'm expanding my business to support people in areas other than just in sales is really is really around creating freedom. So, my ultimate vision of freedom is for me to be doing work that I love for myself. I don't answer to anybody, which I've created that, and to do it, in a way that I feel ethically and morally aligned with, and I've definitely done that. And it's also to be making like fuck you money, which I'm not making fuck you money yet, but I'm on my way. So fuck you money is you've got so much money that, nobody can tell you shit, basically. And I want, I'm creating an off-grid lifestyle. At present, I am living very much on grid, and I am learning the basics of like organic indoor gardening, which I will expand greatly once I'm able to, once I commit. Hmm. You're watching me. You're watching me process right now, because I want to have really wishy-washy language, because I'm scared of this. But ultimate freedom for me is living independent of as many systems as possible. So I don't want to be. I won't be connected to a power. I won't be dependent on anybody else for my power, anybody else for my water, and I won't be dependent on anybody else for food. There are things that I will still buy, from other places that if they're difficult to grow or difficult for, me to make, but I'm going to grow most of my own food. I don't want to be dependent on the systems of modern civilization. I haven't, felt secure in that in quite some time. But I really don't now. I'm trying to get this camera. Why am I like not centered? Okay. So living independent of as many systems as possible while still being close enough and being able to enjoy the benefits of civilization. Like I want to be able to go to restaurants and, I enjoy, shopping and, modern conveniences, and the off-grid home that I'm going to build is going to be luxurious. It's going to be very, very, very comfortable. So I'm not giving up anything, except the dependence on systems that I don't control. So that is, working for myself, making a lot of money, in a way that feels really ethically aligned. Like that is like so much freedom to me. Um, it's not, working for other people. It's not that I'm like nobody can tell me what to do, or that I'm not capable of taking instruction. I hate bad management, and most places have like shitty, shitty, shitty management. It drives me insane. I don't mind being told what to do, but tell me to do stuff that makes sense. So ultimate freedom for me, working for myself, creating a business that I'm really passionate about and that is creating it's purposeful, right, in the world, and then living, luxury off grid. And the thing that I'm stepping into now with an expansion in my coaching business is the transformation, like the deep inner work. So as I'm doing these videos, I'm kind of verbally processing and really getting clear on, how it is that I'm going to help people and getting clear on who I want to help. But my mission is to create freedom in that way, because I know that for myself, doing really deep inner work and clearing out the crap, like the old, I don't want to say trauma, because I have dealt with a lot of my own trauma through the work, the personal growth work that I do. But there's a time and place for therapy. So I don't want to deal with, anything that's like fresh trauma or, like new stuff and whatever. Like people need to be very much stable to do the work with me. But the work that I do, one of the things that I'm really, really brilliant at is helping people to process these like nasty, like I don't think any emotions are nasty, but if they've been trapped for a long time and they're just like you know, can help people like clear that crap out and like pull it out by the roots so that it doesn't come back, right? And that is ultimate freedom to me, is being able to go through life and not be triggered constantly, being able to respond instead of react to the world. You know, I enjoy being able to make choices about what I'm going to say and what I'm going to do, and to really look at a situation, you know, from a rational standpoint and say, okay, that just pissed me off. But instead of throwing a temper tantrum or storming out of the room or saying something I'm going to regret, I can stop and say, okay, what do I really want out of this situation? And what can I do that's going to be more likely to get me what I want out of this situation? So that, you know, that's freedom, like being free of looping thoughts, being free of replaying like old situations in my head over and over again. Um, you know, that is ultimate freedom to me. And so, yeah, where I'm from is the literally the town that NASCAR was birthed in. So the neighbors like loud. They like loud stuff. So that's what that was. Yeah. So, you know, it's just this idea of like ultimate freedom, that's what really just like sets my soul on fire. And that's what I really um, crave for myself on the deepest level. That's what my whole life has been building to, you know, is um, in my 20s, I did a lot of like unconscious rebellion, me going off and having my adventure as a sex worker. That it was conscious and unconscious. Is something that I really wanted to do for a long time. And I went and had a blast with it, you know, and I led my most self-expressed life in my 20s, and nobody could tell me shit. I made plenty of money. I, you know, paid attention to laws that I thought were good laws, and I completely disregarded the rest, and there were consequences. But you know, it was an unconscious rebellion. It was a lot of it was reactionary, right? And what I want for myself now is I want to get back to some of that fuck everything that doesn't make sense. I'm living my life for me. Like I definitely want to bring more of that back in. And you might have seen me post about you know, becoming Thug Heather 3.0. Um, um, yeah, so I want to bring some of that back, but still like keep in this conscious, like this evolved way of like, am I, you know, making choices because it's damn well what I think and feel and desire for myself. It's really truly my values. It's really truly my standards. It's really truly my desires. It's not reactionary. I'm not looking at something and being like, oh well, you know, my parents like that, so I'm going to go do the complete opposite. It's like, okay, objectively, like regardless of who I've seen do this or who I haven't seen do this or whatever, like does this work for me? Right? That's really freedom, right? That like conscious um making a choice from a very very conscious place, like that is freedom, not being controlled by other people's perspectives or your reactions to other people's perspective or their preferences. So I'm just curious, like what are you what does freedom look like for you guys, and what are you doing today to create freedom for yourself? So for me today, to create freedom, I am doing this live. I am writing a book about transformation, and I find that a lot of my best stuff comes out when I'm just kind of babbling. So I'm doing all these lives, I'm transcribing them, and I'm going to go and pick and choose through all the stuff that is transcribed. And I'm going to be putting out a book soon. And I'm really excited about that because I am living proof that you don't have to let your life circumstances and traumas and events and even your own biology determine your life. Like you really can step up and take control. You can decide that you're going to be your own person. You're going to be the person you want to be, regardless of where you came from, what's happened to you, what mistakes you made, you know, whatever. Like you can do that. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So I'm really excited to share about my journey in this book, and also like the real tools, like the real things that I did and what that journey really looks like. Because there's a lot of fluff out here, and they, talk about how transformation is easy and they want to make it sound so esoteric. And, I found that, there's practical tools and there's spiritual tools and there's woo woo stuff and there's pen to paper stuff. And the biggest thing I can tell you is that your determination, your commitment to finding your healing and finding your wholeness no matter what, that's going to serve you better than anything. It's not really going to be a specific path. I can share my path with you, and you will pick up things, and there'll be things you resonate with, and you'll say, oh, I'm going to go try that, right? There's going to be other things that you're not going to resonate with, and it's going to be up to you to fill in the gaps, for what works with you. Because I have spent a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of my focus and my effort on becoming the woman that I am today. And I'm still working to evolve and free this ultimate version of me, that I can feel inside me, because she's amazing. She's amazing. And I can feel that speeding up. I can feel like my evolution like happening more quickly right now, which is it's really, really exciting. So yeah, so today I'm doing this live. I am looking at my business and how I can support my clients better and support myself better, how I can get even more money coming in, because this off-grid house that I'm creating it's going to save me a lot of money in the long run. But for me to have what I really desire, it's going to take a lot of money, especially in the beginning. But it's going to create this freedom, like the world can go to hell in a handbasket, and I'm still going to have power, food, and water, and a comfortable climate to live in, um, and still be able to like reach out and help people. I'm going to be growing so much variety of food just to keep myself amused, that I'm going to have a shit ton that I'm going to be able to give away to like the local senior center, or to food pantries and stuff like that. So Meals on Wheels, stuff like that. So yeah, so today, doing this live, I'm following my intuition. I'm going to create a class called Clearing the Crap. It's going to be a master class. It's going to be for sale. I'm not going to do a preview of it, because it's so powerful. I can't even give it away for free, or I could, but I don't want to, because it's super powerful. And it's going to be something that will be available for my private clients, and it will also be available for people that are dipping their toe in with me and kind of checking me out. Um, and yeah, another thing that I'm doing. So this month I am offering $97 1 hour sessions with me for new clients. So if you're looking to get like a quick boost for your sales process, like you just need to like troubleshoot a couple areas, you're just looking for something that, is a lower investment to just kind of give you a leg up, hit me up. There's a limited number of these that are going to be available this month, for 97. I did an even better deal for the people that came to my release and regret masterclass the other night. So my coaching rates right now, it's $777 for an hour. So if you want to get a preview of what it looks like to work with me, and get like some real solutions, some like real like boots on the ground next steps for you to do, that's going to move the needle in your business or your personal growth. And as I don't know if you have questions about your sex life too. I mean, I am expanding back into sex coaching, because I'm really good at sex. I'm really good at helping other people really be good at it, and be more comfortable with themselves and everything. So if you're interested, you can DM me. I may come back and put a link in. But yeah, and I'm the other thing I'm doing to create freedom is I'm holding myself to the standard that I am a role model for showing other people how to step into their self-expression, and to really embrace their standards, values, and desires, and their motivations. And it's my job to help people from afar by being a role model, and help people up close by actually working with them in small groups or on one-to-one. I'm going to jump off now. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Saturday. Let me know, what's your idea of ultimate freedom, and what are you doing to create it for yourself today?